What is our third main topic today?
Okay, this comes from Michael D'Souza. As I was scrolling through Twitter this morning, I came across some cool information from the directors of the Hawkeye series regarding episode 5. Specifically, the said Hawkeye directors promise the Uncle tease won't leave fans hanging for too long. In addition, the Hawkeye directors Bert and Bertie respond to all of the episode 5 rumors by saying, "Of course it's going to blow up Twitter." This does get me pretty excited for the next episode. What do you think this could mean? The big reveal of Kingpin or something more?
All right. Thanks a lot for saying that in, Michael. And yeah, look, not going to lie. First 2 episodes of Hawkeye come, and I didn't even like them. I didn't hate them, but I didn't like it. I thought this is not going well. Now that episode 3 came, and I'm like, all right, okay, I'm getting on board here. And then episode 4 came, which wasn't quite as good as episode 3, but I still liked it. And I'm like, all right, I can see where this is going now. I'm starting to feel it. And I'm starting to feel it. It is ridiculous to think about because it really does feel like just yesterday, the first episode of Hawkeye dropped. There's only 2 episodes left.
2 freaking episodes left.
2 episodes. This thing just started.
It just started yesterday.
And there's only 2 episodes left. And there is still a lot of ground to cover. My one criticism I have about Hawkeye 2 is that we're going into the final 2 episodes. I still don't really have a clear idea about what is the story of Hawkeye. Like there's a lot of good things happening in it, but whatever, we'll get there. There are still a lot of things that have to happen. The Uncle is this show's version of who is, what was the name of Sharon Carter's character in Falcon the Winter Soldier? Not the arms dealer, the power broker. Who's the Uncle is this show's power broker.
Yeah.
Who is it? Who's it going to be? Now, obviously, a lot of people have theories that it's going to be Wilson Fisk, played by none other than Vincent D'Onofrio. Some people think that's a little bit of a misdirect. It's going to actually end up being Kate Bishop's dad, who we never saw die. We never saw him die. And I don't, like, even if Vincent D'Onofrio comes back as Kingpin, I still think that's something that's going to, still think that's a box that still needs to be checked off, is what really happened to her dad. Is he still around? Is Kate Bishop's mom actually a former Black Widow, and did she kill her own husband, as Black Widows tend to do? I mean, there's a lot of questions there. Now, where things really started to hit the hype was when last week, a very inside guy at TV Line, who we've quoted on this show many times, said, everything I understand, said episode 5 is going to blow up Twitter. And then we had the directors come out and make a very similar comment about episode 5 is going to blow up the internet. I'm paraphrasing here, which tells me the Uncle is revealed tomorrow night.
I think so.
Now, I'm trying to think now, what could constitute a reveal that happens in Hawkeye episode 5 to justify the statement, it's going to blow up Twitter. It's going to blow up the internet.
What if they just lead with it?
What do you mean?
Like lead with him walking in and then that's it. Like, so they have the whole show based on whoever this character is. Like, cause reveal would be like, sometimes I see them doing it as in, they're just going to reveal him off the bat.
Right.
Right in the intro. Right.
Yeah,
you see the hand
5.
Or whatever it is, the cane. And then they go into episode 5.
And then have a camera turn around and show who it is.
Whatever they try to do.
But here's the question. What could it be? What could happen? What could that reveal be that would make a guy at TV Line and the directors of the show say, this is going to blow up the internet. This is going to blow up Twitter. So now look, let's go off the top. The first obvious one is Kingpin.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
That's the first obvious one, right? That this is going to be Vincent D'Onofrio playing a Kingpin. Probably not the same Kingpin from the Daredevil series on Netflix, but Kingpin nonetheless. Are we all in agreement that would blow up Twitter tonight or tomorrow night?
Yeah, but we're also expecting it.
Yeah, but it would still blow up Twitter, right?
Of course it would, but it would blow it up. However, we're expecting it. Like, Okay, let me rephrase that. It will get people talking, but it won't blow up Twitter, I don't believe. That would get people talking.
You don't think it would like totally
it's something else. I think it's something else.
What do you think?
It's because Kingpin comes from what they wanted to keep separate, that universe, and for him to step into their main universe would just be crazy to me.
Yeah, but now again, I think it's going to be a different Kingpin than the one he played. Like, he's still going to play Kingpin,
right?
But I don't think it's going to be the exact same Wilson Fisk that was in Daredevil. But still,
I think it'll be a different actor. I don't think it'll be Vincent D'Onofrio.
So you think it's going to be Kingpin?
Yes.
But it ain't going to be Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yes, Vincent D'Onofrio will get you talking. Changing the character, changing the actor will break Twitter.
Really?
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
See, I would think
and it will be Matthew McConaughey. No, just kidding.
And it'll be Matthew McConaughey.
Just kidding.
See, I would think if it was D'Onofrio would be the thing that would really blow it up. Because that's the one everybody loves as Kingpin.
And that promo would make sense that they showed with the big surprises thing.
Yeah, the big
because you know Kingpin. You know, come on, there's no one bigger.
But okay, so that's down. That's down. Now we all acknowledge Kingpin is a huge, probably front runner of that's what's going to blow up the internet. Okay, but let's talk for a second about what if it's not?
Mm-hmm.
All right, what if it's not?
Who could it be?
What if we find out that Yelena is a Skrull?
Now, that would make sense as well because we're heading into Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion. Now, that would kind of be crossing the streams a little bit. I don't personally think that's it. But if I'm trying to calculate in my head what could blow up Twitter, finding out that Yelena's actually and has always been a Skrull or something along those lines, that could do it. Another possibility, there's that one. Another possibility to me is the dad reemerging, but the dad's an unknown character.
I could see that too. I agree with you on there.
But do you think that would blow up the internet, considering her dad's been an unknown character?
No.
At this
What about
point?
Black Widow as a Skrull? She makes an appearance and then she reveals she's a Skrull.
Oh, okay. Wait a second. Yeah. Now, here's why what you just said makes a lot of sense. What has been a major issue in this show so far?
Mm-hmm.
Clint dealing with the death of Natasha. What has been the number one emotional moment in this entire series? When Clint is sitting with Kate Bishop and he tells her the story of first meeting Natasha.
Yeah.
What if Natasha showed up? I ain't saying she is. I'm just saying, do we not all agree? Guys in the live chat.
Correct me if I'm wrong. There's been one reference to Natasha every episode, right?
Yes.
At least one.
At least one. So guys in the live chat, no, correct me if I'm wrong. If Scarlett Johansson showed up as Black Widow,
Yeah.
would that not blow up Twitter?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Especially with everything that's happened.
Now, I'm not asking you guys in the live chat, do you think it's actually going to be Scarlett Johansson showing up? I'm asking you in the live chat, if she did. You know what? Let's make a poll. A lot of you guys are firing in answers, but let's make a poll. Okay, so the question is, if ScarJo shows up as Black Widow, would it be enough to blow up the internet? I'm just going to put yes or no. So there's a question. For those of you watching live, I just put up a poll. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Like, again, I'm not saying I think that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying I think that would be something that would constitute a blowing up the internet sort of thing. And right now, already 500 of you have voted. 80% of you are saying yes. 20% of you are saying no. I'll tell you what, I'm surprised 20% of you are saying no. I think that would totally smash Twitter.
I think the Kingpin thing for me.
Oh, that's the number one
I would be
thing
more
for sure.
excited for that. Like, I mean, it would be cool to see Black Widow.
Sure. No doubt. I think that's the number one thing. That Kingpin showing up is probably, but I'm just trying to say, if it's not that, what else could possibly blow up the internet?
Well, you have to think it has to be focused. Whatever it is has to be focused, because here's the thing. If you bring in Natasha, there's so many feelings and emotions and things that we have to deal with, and we have 2 episodes left. That just takes Kate Bishop out of the storyline. It's like, girl, bye. We need to talk about this.
But it is thematically consistent with what the show has been so far. There's been a Black Widow reference in every single episode, all that kind of stuff. So let me throw out another thing. Who has been also referenced? I think almost in every episode so far. And you guys probably won't think what I'm thinking of. but there has been an indirect reference to another character in almost every episode.
It's not Loki, is it?
No.
Pizza Dog.
Pizza Dog. Pizza Dog is Kingpin.
No.
Rogers the Musical. In every
I
episode,
could do this all day.
Oh, Steve Rogers, Old Man Cap.
in
Old Man
every
Cap.
single episode, even if nothing is said, there'll be a street scene where on the corner is a giant billboard every single
that
episode
would
of
break the
Rogers the
internet.
Miracle music. Now, I will say this. It is nowhere near as narratively connected as, say, if a Black Widow showed up. But if a Steve Rogers showed up saying, "Hi, Clint,"
But
I
maybe
mean,
that's what Clint needs to put an end to this hurt that he's
Maybe.
feeling. Maybe Captain America says, she's gone. You can't.
I love her too, Clint.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that would make sense to me if that were what would,
help him feel better.
or start the healing process. Because obviously he's still going through it right now.
Yeah, no,
he's
yeah.
still going through the motions to the point where it affects his everyday life.
You know what? It could be. They're always talking what happened in Budapest. What if we get a really good flashback scene?
Of what actually happened in Budapest.
Yeah.
And you actually get
That
ScarJo
would be
to
cool.
appear.
Yeah.
That would be, I think that would do it. I think
Because
that would
that
get
was
people
supposed to be
excited.
some epic story that was always referenced.
But that's a
And we-
throwback to
and we-
Avengers 1.
Yeah, but we never ever got to see what that was, and he was already talking about kind of the origin story of how they met. So, you know what? Also, with all of the memories and seeing the little girl that reminded him, I mean, we did already get a flashback. We did see Natasha, and that was a little bit, but we already saw that. I think a new flashback is something that would totally break
that
Twitter.
could do it. So we've come up with a couple of things that could absolutely blow up the internet. Obviously, I think number one for most people is that's going to be Kingpin. I think a possibility of it is Natasha. I think another possibility of it has something to do with Yelena, Florence Pugh, maybe being a Skrull or something along those lines. I mean, nothing else involving Yelena, I think, would blow up the internet, but finding out she was a Skrull, I think that could do it. Old man Steve Rogers shows up because who else, like other than Clint, who was Scarlet most, or who was, Natasha most close to? Steve.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
good
for the
point.
two of them to finally sit down together and like start the healing, as Ray would say.
You're right. Do we know what series follows this one? What's the next Disney series after Hawkeye?
I think it's Ms. Marvel, like,
Oh, okay. I'm
ways
just
I think
asking
Ms.
out of
Marvel is the
curiosity.
next
we have
one,
a
I think.
huge gap, I feel like.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think is going to be the big thing that is going to blow up the internet? I think the money is on Kingpin, but there are other options. If there are other options, what do you think those options are? One of the things we mentioned, maybe it's something else entirely. Whatever it is, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.